Hey, what's up, Gemini? What up? No, but this is Puda Being with Mother's Gym here to give your February 2020 Mercury and retrograde reading, because I think during this time it's a really introspective time. So why not get a reading to help us attune to what we should be focusing on, really have some guidance, some clarity, and confirmation all in one. So, and I think it's very important, to get a little clarity. Also, make sure you check out your moon signs. Moon signs are just as important as your sun sign. So if your moon is in Gemini, welcome. Sun, moon, Venus, and rising, these are all really important. So if your Venus is in Gemini as well, meaning how you love, your love life, with as well. So go ahead and check my other videos out for your sun, moon, and a rising. If it's not Gemini, okay? So Gemini, what messages do we have? I do hear a lot of Geminis need to go ahead and be decisive and put some action into what it is that you want to do, because you are very powerful and you have a lot going on. You have a lot of plan and vision, but it's really time to pick one of those and really focus on it and execute, because when you do, it's going to manifest so much wealth for you, so much opportunity for you, so many new beginnings, and just it's going to be amazing, Gemini. You just have to pick one and decide and move forward and have the confidence that you'll be okay. A lot of people think Geminis are full of confidence, but when you know the way it can get a little bit overwhelming, so it's really time to focus. Pick one, anyone. Stop. Ta-da. So basically, the name of the game, Gemini, is to really attune to your inner self. It's a time of shadow work. If you're not familiar with shadow work is really getting to the depths of the things that may hinder you. So this is a time to, remember I said it's a time to really work. Be decisive to really decide what it is that you want and what it is that you need. You can find out why you're having these roadblocks during this shadow work. Just figure out why is it hard for me to begin something? Why is it hard for me to complete something? Why is it hard for me to do these things? Figure out the root of that and begin to heal and counteract that, and to do the opposite of that, and really be conscious of your actions, Gemini, and you will begin to flourish and begin to see the things that are meant for you. Also, during retrograde, Gemini, it's Mercury. Gemini is literally ruled by Mercury in retrograde, so we're not really affected like all other signs that aren't ruled by Mercury. But we really go inward. We really begin to think a lot more, and we really begin to assess what's really going on around us, what move we should make. So this is a time where we tend to get a little bit stuck, and we seem like creativity isn't really our thing at the moment. But this is the time where we should be most adamant about our goals and things of that nature. This is a power up time, but it's really time for us to be our true natural self. We are outside of the box. We are of things that are different. We are the go-getters. So it's really important that whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, it's supposed to be different. It's supposed to be outside of the box. It's supposed to be you're supposed to start and spark new movements, Gemini, but we can't do that if you're not actively going, if you're not leaping, if you're holding on to things and past disappointments, if you're not truly moving on from the things that are hindering you, if you're letting upsets keep you back, So it's really important that you keep the faith. It's really important that you continue to know that you are powerful, that you have all the tools that you need, and that you're really in a space where it's time to move on from things that no longer serve you. And you know this, and you're really ready to. But it's just a shocker how dependent you are on fear or not moving or emotions. It's really time to figure out who am I without these blocks in my life. Who am I? It's going to be a new love for yourself. Once you do that, you're going to have a new love of who you are, what it is that you stand for. Also, In the realm of love, Gemini, some of you are, because you're in a place of healing and you're really going on to a better version of yourself, that should be continued for sure. Some of you may get have a love interest in your life that may come along, but you must maintain balance. A lot of times, Gemini, when we fall for someone, we get wrapped up in that person. So you must make sure that you aren't doing things of the past, like being codependent, or just lose yourself in the idea of love, that you forget who you are and your mission, because you're the most important. Your job is to master your craft and be your own self. Be your own self, because if that person is meant to be, they will keep rocking alongside of you in every step of the way. Okay, Gemini, it's really important that it's time for you to get up off that ass, basically, and stop. You have the choices. You see the outcome, so it's time to make the move. You see what will happen when you put in the work. You have that power to do so. So now it's time to do so and make the needed communication, the networking. I see a lot of successful business partnerships. So it's time to put these plans into action. Also, when you get up and start working and doing things of yourself, you'll attract the love and the things that you seek and desire. And if you are in a relationship, it'll make it stronger. You'll be able to really feed off of each other. And look, the King of Swords, we are the swords. The swords are the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You will be master of yourself, and it'll be the most fruitful thing you can ever think of, Gemini. You just have to first make that necessary leap, and understanding that your fear will always hold you back, and you will always be in your mind wondering what if, and that's a prison. That's a prison. So it's really time for you to leap, because you have the world at your feet. All you have to do is move. When you speak, people listen. When you have a purpose, people will stand by it. People will support it. People are willing to work with you, but you must first believe in it, Gemini. Stay woke. Woo! Stay woke. If you would like a more in-depth reading on how and where you should go and what's going on, please let me know. This is in the description box to book your reading. Stay woke.